Yes, I'm just messing around a bit more with this sort of funky, slightly techno-y house beat thing I did. This is what I've got so far. I just have arranged it into 16 bars and I built this filter transition here just to show beginners how to do a really cheesy basic transition. It's just, everything's in its absolute basic form at the moment. And the window's open, by the way, so there'll be traffic noise coming in on this, whatever. Anyway, this is what I've got so far. Yeah, so we got this transition here. We can chop it up and use it anywhere. I'm not going to have it in this order like this. It's just this can be now used anywhere. Yeah, the rise is a bit cheesy on it and everything, but I could have this cycle around rising up every 2 bars to make an 8-bar block, etc. It can be moved around and used anywhere and tweaked. But I want to do a little downer at the end of it. We got the riser with the filter rising up, and at the end I want a little downer to bring it back in. So I'm going to make one myself. I'll make a new track, instrument track, and on here I'm going to put an acoustic drum kit. I'll put a 1-bar region, put a cycle range around it. Command U puts a cycle range around whatever you've got selected. Then we'll go into there, and I've got drum names on, so I see the names of the drums here. Crash right. So I'll put a crash in there, and I'll go to the drum kit itself and turn that down a bit, tune it up. That's kind of in tune with the bass, which is playing A, right? Okay. Now I've got a cycle range around this 1 bar. If I solo this track, then if I do a bounce from the main stereo output here, which is by default usually on the right of the inspector column here, if you don't know Logic, I'm bouncing down the whole thing, but with this track soloed and with the cycle range, it'll only bounce this region over that 1 cycle range bar. And this master output of Logic's mixer, which by default is usually on the right of the inspector column here, unless you click one of the sends, in which case wherever the send is assigned to, that appears. Click the output appears, the final master out. This is just a copy of the one in the mixer. The main master output here in Logic's mixer, look, they're linked. If I move one, it moves the other, right? So this is just a copy here to save you going into the mixer to get access to this final stereo channel. So I'm going to bounce, and I'll get just an audio file of that cymbal crash, right? Bounce, offline, don't normalize, add to project so it appears in my project media. I'll call it crash 1 or whatever. And now I don't need this track anymore, let's get rid of it. And now in my project media at the very end I've got that crash. Bring it into the project area, it will create its own track. There it is. Bring it to the end of the transition there. Oh god, who is it? Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, it's only me.
Yeah, I'm working.
Well,
I'm in the middle of a video.
Oh,
See ya. Yeah, sorry, phone. Right. So there it is at the end of the transition. Sweep climb. And now I'll double click and open it in the audio editor. Normally you'll just get this track edit, but to get file edit, preferences, advanced, tick advanced audio. So we open it in file edit. It should be pre-selected. You know, if you double click on an audio region, it's pre-selected in file edit. If it's not, just, you know, with this the active editor, command A, okay, the whole file is selected, the whole region. Reverse it, Okay, I've got a reverse symbol there now. So at the end we got... Okay, it's a bit loud, turn it down. Let's zoom in on that. No, it's a bit long. It comes in too long, so I'll put my pointer tool over the edge of that region, hold down Alt, and I'm compressing the audio, making it shorter. I'll make it half the length, just half a bar. It's going to be quicker now. Okay, and then I'll get the fade tool, put a fade out over the end of it, and then in this fade area, Control left click and I'll make it a slow down fade effect. Like that. So that'll work with that riser. I know the riser's a bit cheesy, but anyway, I'm just showing how to do some basic stuff, you know, ideas, right? A little back into the beat, and then we can use this section anywhere. Okay, so that's that little bit.